ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Gallatin, Tennessee. This man also in action, that barbed wire match on the card. Andy Anderson, I know you have been doing a tremendous job here in MCW, and I know tonight you'll have your work cut out for you too.
You know, that's great. I can't wait to see it right out there tonight down in Gallatin. What I'm really worried about right now, though, is just trying to get everything through. Day by day, night by night, that's all I'm doing. I'm just busting my ass. I came down to Music City a little while ago. I came down here to learn. I came down here to work. You know, I thank Burt Prentice every time I get in the ring. Every time I win a match, it's all good. I'm all happy. Everything's going well for Andy Anderson. I'm not winning 100% of the time, but I'm still kicking ass when I can, taking care of business, and I'm learning.
Well, Andy, you're a true competitor, and I know the fans are behind you. Wait a minute, we have been joined.
What is this?
Well,
What are you sitting out here talking about now? You know, ever since I brought you in from Canada, you've been one big disappointment. You're a loser. You've been laying on your back. You ought to get you an endorsement deal and stick it on the soles of your boot, because that's all the people see. You know what? I'm ticked off because I invested good money in you, brought you over from Canada when you were starving, and what did I do? I bring you up to superstar status, and you let me down by being a loser.
Brick, look, I told you the last time I was here, I said I didn't need your help anymore. You know, I don't even have any problems with you. Why don't you just get out of here, okay? This is my interview time. I don't need you. I'm just here learning, okay? I'm just here learning.
And why do you think you here getting an interview time? Is it because I brought you over from Canada? You was nothing, and you're still nothing. And I'm going to tell you what right now. I'm sick and tired of you right now. Why don't you go find you a partner, get back out here right now tonight, find you a partner, that's right. And me and Chris Michaels will take you and whoever you can get if you got the guts.
How the hell am I supposed to find somebody, Brick? I'm a singles wrestler. I'm not a tag team wrestler. Besides, for all the crap that I've gone through with you, half those guys, there's nobody back there. I don't think there's anybody back there that'll even want to team with me because of half the crap I've done with you. Oh, look, I said from the start, Michael St. John, I'm telling all the people, I'm just here.
What you mean to tell me right now is you ain't got nobody here that can help you. Well, don't you just, what did I tell you? You're a loser. You are a loser. Now I want you to get in that ring.
Wait a minute, fellas. I think someone has answered the challenge.
I don't mean to butt in because this is really none of my business. But Andy Anderson, you say you don't have many friends back there. Well, maybe you don't, but what you don't need right now, you've got enough friends. What you need is a tag team partner. Now, I can't tell you a lot about this business, but I can tell you about this man, and he'll lead you down a path to nowhere. I know that firsthand, so Andy Anderson, if you need a tag team partner, all you got to do is reach out your hand and give it to me, and let's get in the ring right now.
Hill team, there's your challenge. There's the answer to your challenge. Let's go to the ring. Let's do the match right here, right now. You want the match? We'll have the match. Brickhouse wanted it. Brickhouse has it.
And we've got an impromptu tag team match this week on MCW TV. Andy Anderson and Recon, who just 2 weeks ago on this very program were opponents in a match, and now they're teaming up to take on Anderson's former mentor, Brickhouse Brown, and his new buddy, Chris Michaels. Referee Eric Hicks getting ready to start the match, checking the combatants. The crowd is ready, and there's the bell.
Boy, Al, I got to tell you, here in MCW, I never know what to expect. This is unbelievable.
Well, it's just Andy Anderson was out there doing an interview, and Brickhouse Brown took it upon himself to interrupt it with his new buddy, Chris Michaels. Anderson going for the cover. Only got two.
Flying body press on Chris Michaels. I'll tell you, these two can go at it. Chris Michaels now going to return the favor to Andy Anderson. Look at that. Andy to the ropes with Michaels. Missed with the clothesline. Got him. Power slam coming. No. Look at that.
Fall away slam by Andy Anderson. These two have had some great matches up and down the MCW Express. In fact, just this past week in Louisville at the Louisville Gardens, they had a ring-a-ding-dong dandy, and they're getting it on in tag team action. Also, Andy Anderson has some issues with Brickhouse Brown, his former tag team partner, and Recon also has issues with Brickhouse Brown. Oh! Beautiful suplex by Andy Anderson.
That snap suplex took the air out of everybody, including me, and I'm just watching it. Here's Anderson picking Brick up. There it is. The fallback slam, and again, Brickhouse Brown on his back. He was not very complimentary of Andy Anderson. Quite frankly, he was downright belligerent, and I thought for a minute that they were going to just gang up on Andy, but quickly Recon came to the rescue. And I'll tell you, we haven't seen Recon in the match yet, but Andy Anderson definitely taking care of business.
Well, now Andy Anderson, double baseball slide ended up kicking both Brickhouse and Chris Michaels. And Andy Anderson on a roll. He's now climbing up to the top rope, out of camera range. Up and down he comes onto both men.
Jeez, that's like one of those bricks falling off of a skyscraper in New York City. It just nailed both of them. And now Brickhouse Brown unceremoniously tossed back into the ring. And Andy Anderson taking up where he left off.
Anderson opened up like a house of fire, but Brickhouse, the savvy veteran, not expending all his energy. Remember, Brickhouse is the one who brought Andy Anderson to MCW from Canada. I had the chance to talk with Brickhouse last weekend. He said he may have taught Andy Anderson everything that Andy knows, but he didn't teach him everything that Brickhouse knows.
Well, there's an example of it, and Brick dropping the elbow down on Andy, slowing down the momentum that Anderson has had going all this match. And Brickhouse Brown now in the ring going to work on Andy Anderson. Andy needs to make a tag to Recon. He needs to get Recon involved in this match because Andy has taken the whole match upon himself. And quite frankly, Al, I know Andy was quite upset over that whole little interview scenario. Let's look at Brickhouse Brown. Just doing something to aggravate Recon, to get him a little madder, just so they can double team Andy Anderson in the corner.
Well, this was Andy Anderson's match to accept or decline, and Recon came out, said he'd back him up, although Recon hasn't done that great a job of backing him up so far.
Unfortunately, Recon has not had the opportunity, and there Chris Michaels going for the cover. Look at the demeanor of Chris Michaels. I mean, he's in there, and he is one of the... Gosh, I can't believe the demeanor of this young man.
Hey, demeanor to better, if you ask me. Great leg drop by Chris Michaels. Andy Anderson desperately needs to tag the big man.
Well, I'll tell you, this Chris Michaels, yeah, you and your little comment, demeanor to better. Yeah, right. This young man has got a lot to learn, and I'm hoping Andy Anderson has a chance to teach it to him, but it sure doesn't look that way right now. Tag is made, and the Brick's back in.
The Brick is back. Brickhouse Brown, a native of Winter Haven, Florida, one of the outstanding veterans here in MCW, has held countless titles. Great Russian leg sweep, taking Anderson back down to the canvas. And now Brickhouse going up to the top rope. This isn't too familiar territory for him.
Oh,
but
it may not be familiar territory, but he sure connected with that. Flying body press, 1, 2, and oh! Andy Anderson. It was close, but he got the shoulder up.
Brickhouse should have hooked that leg. You need to hook that leg. Got to the boot to the midsection, knee to the midsection by Brickhouse.
No love lost, Al, between these four competitors, and Recon is pacing on the apron of the mat. He is just pacing like a mad dog in a cage. He wants into this match, but unfortunately, as for Brickhouse Brown and Chris Michaels, they have cut off the ring for Andy Anderson and not allowed him near his corner.
That's great tag team strategy. In fact, to the best of my knowledge, this is actually the first time. Oh, Andy Anderson rolling him up. He got him!
Andy Anderson nailed him with the small package. Recon finally gets in the ring, but Andy Anderson, taking the battle onto himself, gets the victory over Brickhouse and Chris Michaels.
He just pinned Brickhouse Brown. He pinned his former mentor. Incredible. Oh!
Look at that. What? Chris Michaels just threw salt or powder or something in the eye of Recon, and Brickhouse Brown has just pile-driven Andy Anderson into the canvas. And now Recon taken to the post across the way by Chris Michaels. Another pile driver, and again Andy Anderson goes down head first into the mat.
I think Brickhouse is upset. Unbelievable. Andy Anderson pinned Brickhouse Brown 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, and Brickhouse and Chris Michaels aren't taking it so well. Andy Anderson just dumped unceremoniously out on the floor.
And Brickhouse Brown right down to the floor here at the Expo Center in Nashville, Tennessee. He is going to work on Andy Anderson. Anderson got the victory, but Brickhouse obviously quite upset. And now Andy Anderson's head rammed into the steel pole. Here comes help, and it's the Black Sheep. Whoa! Whoopie D just nailed Chris Michaels with that hubcap. And now Flash Flanagan to the floor. They're going to protect Andy Anderson. We've just gotten Andy Anderson carried out of here on a stretcher. I hope you guys are happy. Andy Anderson, Brick, I hope you're happy with your protege. You may have just killed Andy Anderson. He's back there. He's out cold.
Hold on, Brick. I know you got a lot to say. Well, Wolfie D, that is the first and the last time that you hit Chris Michaels in the head with that stupid hubcap of yours. And I guarantee you, you are going to pay, and that's a promise, Wolfie D.
All right, what have you got to say for yourself after that show of sportsmanship?
If you must know the truth, I'm very, very damn happy with myself right now because I stamped out another bug problem. Andy Anderson, I brought you in from Canada. You was dirt poor. You wouldn't get booked. I spent my hard-earned money to fly you to the States, and what do? You stab me in the back, and then you become a loser. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. I take care of my own problems, Andy Anderson, just like I took care of you tonight. And everybody better serve notice. I'm back here at MCW for one reason. I'm taking people out. That's what I was paid to do, and that's what I do very well. I'm taking everybody out. Now, Andy Anderson, if you can get yourself up, if you can find a gut check and test yourself out as a man, and you want some more, then you bring it on. You go get Bert Prentice and tell him you want some more Brickhouse. And just remember one thing, I'm the baddest he-line in MCW. And don't you forget it. I like it nasty and I love it rough. And I don't remember the last time I got enough.
Brickhouse Brown, obviously, with a vengeance back in MCW. Let's take a look at the entire card tonight at Thompson Park in Gallatin, Tennessee.